Hello, hello, hello. Singing with variety. What is it all about and how do you do it? The main thing I'm going to say is singing with variety is not about doing more. Singing with variety is about doing less. That's the biggest aha point I can give you. Okay, it's about doing less, it's not about doing more. Okay, so we're used to hearing all these American Idol contestants and all these guys who perform to get a spot on a contest. So we're used to hearing these incredible voices, and they're trying to do everything they can to showcase their voice in one song. And so it's such a high standard for all of us, right? We're exposed now to such amazing talent. But here's the deal: those little video clips that are on YouTube from American Idol and stuff rarely are the ones that shine. Rarely do they not have a message or a story. Sometimes it's the most simplest songs that just strum our heartstrings, and those are the ones that are highlighted and stand out. Okay, so it's about doing less so that you can really bring the point of the song across. Yeah. So I'm going to break all this down into 3 secrets. Okay, 3 secrets to be able to sing with variety. To revolutionize your singing. So I'm Tanya. I'm a senior vocal strategist and singing mentor, and I've helped hundreds of people access their dream voice and be able to sing with authenticity and actually just be at home with their singing and be at home with their voice and love it again. Okay, so the big idea: doing less, not more. And it's also about simplifying a song as much as possible. Okay, when I told you this story about people who they portray the message of the song rather than it's about, look, I can do these amazing runs and I have such a high range and all this kind of stuff. You're probably thinking, well, I don't think I could move people through my voice. If I can just get through a song, that's good enough, right? I don't think I can actually move people. Oh, what do you mean I'm going to come on there and be like, oh, look, I have to put on this happy personality now because I'm going to entertain you, or I'm going to be super sad because I have to sing a sad song. And it feels so fake to put on this persona, right, when you sing a song. That's not what it's about. And the other thing is, you might be questioning, do I have something to say through a song? What do I have to say through a song, right? I'm going to give you 3 secrets to really help demystify this whole process, okay? So the first one is choose a song that means something to you. In order to sing with variety, you actually have to connect with the song. And I don't mean, oh my God, you're singing so high. Oh, that part sounds so beautiful. Oh my gosh, her range, her breath control is incredible. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is the point of the song that relates to you so well. If you can find your connection to the song and you can amplify that, that's where the variety comes in. Variety for the sake of variety is empty. There's no point in it. Like, what's the point of singing something beautifully if it's not going to reach anyone, if it's not going to move anyone, if it's not going to make anyone feel anything? What's the point, right? The point of art, like singing, speaking, painting, dancing, is that the audience feels something. They receive the message you're trying to communicate, and they are moved by it, right? It's not just, oh wow, they're so flexible. Oh wow, that person who gave that speech spoke really well. It's like, but what did he say? Did he have anything of importance to say? That's the point, right? So if you can connect with the message of the song rather than, I want to sound as good as. Because as soon as you're like, I want to sound as good as, you're in comparison mode. And you're now competing with a professional. You're a professional who's been trained their whole life to sing that song and who's worked on that song, given their blood, sweat, and tears to that song. You will never match up to their version of it because it's their version. They have made it unify with what their strengths are, right? You need to make it unify with what your strengths are. And so the foundation of that is, why do I even care about this song? Why does it mean something to me? Why? Either I'm suddenly entertained, I suddenly feel brighter, my mood has been lifted. That's very valid and great. The other part is, man, I was feeling so depressed, and now listening to the song has lifted me out and made me come out of that funk, that I was in. Or maybe it's put me into a funk that I didn't even realize I was suppressing and hiding from, and really got me to feel something that I didn't realize I even connected to in the first place. And I didn't even realize how important it was for me to just express and to feel that part of me. So there's so many different things that a song can do, how music moves us, right? Connect to that. Don't just connect to the amazing talent of the person who can sing it so amazingly. That's not the point of it. The point of it is, what am I really connecting to? Okay, that's secret number one. Connect to the song. Secret number two, simplify. Simplify, 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 simplify. The easier you make the song, the less stressed you will be. Okay? And the less stressed you are, the more mind space you have to actually do something with the song. Yeah? If you are planning to sing like a Mariah Carey song, if I was planning to sing a Mariah Carey song, I would probably change the tune of some of those crazy high notes, right? Or I would find the lyrics and figure out why that song catches my attention so much. And then I would just simplify it to make it easy for me. Once a song is easy, you have the mind space to do something with it. And this is going to contribute to the artistry. When people say, oh yeah, Mary sang that song. I could tell because she really put her own spin on it. Or these American Idol judges, you really made it your own. What does that even mean? What does it mean, making it your own? It means you simplified all that complication away from the song, and then you added your own complication onto it. Yeah, something that makes sense for you and your voice. So personalizing a song to what your strengths are so important. So let me give you just a simple example of this. One of the songs I really like is from Pink, and it's called Just Give Me a Reason. So just these two lines, just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. We're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. I mean, how many of us have been in a friendship or a relationship where things have gone wrong and we're trying to find our way back to some sort of livability, respect, normalcy, right? So those two lines I connect to immediately, because it's like, just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough to help me fight for this, to help me get this going. And so what I would first do is take all the emotion out of it. Okay, it's gone. And just be like, just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Oh, oh, oh. We're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. Okay, all those notes felt pretty easy. Now the whoa felt a bit deep, so I'm going to lighten that up a bit. So just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Oh, oh, oh. We're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. So I didn't struggle with the breathing, I didn't struggle with the tune. Just getting those basics right, it's so important. Just getting those, little essential moments. The basic structure of the song. Where do I breathe? What is the tune? And can I stick to it? Can I stick to it with the words I'm singing? Okay. So there are tons of ways to make a song easier. You could just hum it as well. Yeah, just now, do I want to take a breath there, or do I want to take a breath after that? So now I know that this has become pretty easy for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is point number 3. Okay, now I have space for variety. So point number 1 is connect. I connected to it. Point number 2 is simplify. I simplified it. I got the tune, I got the breathing, everything feels nice and easy. Now I have space to pick my moments and create spotlights. Okay. One of the best examples I've heard of this is Chris Stapleton doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, that guy, the way he chooses his moments. When you hear him sing, you know he can belt, you know he can shout. He's got this raw in his voice. He's got beautiful runs here and there, but he doesn't overuse them. He like paints his song with just tiny little marks of those beautiful talents. The rest of it is just, and he just plays with like a bass guitar and he sings over it. And it's so simply profound. It's unbelievable. Just watch. I'll try to share it on my stories today if I can. But yeah, pick your highlight moment. So if I was doing this, just give me a reason, I would think about the lyrics and I would think, just give me a reason would be the line that shows some of my desperation. Give me some reason. Just a little bit's enough. Like, just a little bit. Like, what do I think of when I think of little bit? I think of small. I think of soft. I think of just a little. So I'm going to probably go soft. Just give me a reason. Just a little bit's enough. We're not broken, just bent. Like, it's almost like in denial, argumentative. So how would I argue if I was saying, we're not broken, just bent? Like, that's my interpretation of it. So I would probably, say that a little more assertively. And we can learn to love again is almost like a, please, like a bit of a cry, like please. And so that's what I would put into my singing. But I don't have space for all this. If the song is difficult, if I was already trying to do, just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. If I'm trying to do so much, I don't have space to think about where do I want to put my accents, where do I want to put my run, where do I want to put whatever. So this is just putting a little bit more emphasis on one line and taking away volume from another line can change the emotion of the song so much. So if I was to do this, I'm gonna stress on just give me a reason. I'm gonna be a bit more like staccato, maybe assertive for when a broken just bent. Just a little bit's enough. Gonna get softer, and we can learn to love again is gonna be a bit more like heartfelt. That's my idea of it. Okay, let's see how it goes. So, just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Oh, we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. And so I was able to put all of that on top of the base of the song because I had space for it. Okay, so and I've been doing this for a little while now, so that's why maybe it came easily. But that's the difference between listening to the artist and trying to do it exactly like her and then imitating that and trying to be good and sounding good and making sure that the song sounds perfect. The best way to ruin a song is to make it perfect because it has no emotion. In fact, Christina Aguilera said this in her masterclass. She's like, learn a song beautifully and perfectly and then just find all the imperfections and find the ways to break that so that you add human emotion and you can actually have the freedom to create the message of the song. And that's what's more important than the actual, oh wow, she hit the high note. Oh wow, she hit this note. And so that is what makes it so important, okay? Okay, so that's point number 3. You need to find those spaces where your voice really shines through. So some of the things you might be thinking is, how in the world do I know where to highlight things? And how in the world do I know when do I make a spotlight in a song and what do I use? Those kind of things come very naturally to you when you actually care about the song. If it's a song that you've chosen more because you want to portray the beauty of your voice, then you're focused on that. Like, oh, if I go louder, it'll sound better. But if you focus on a song that you actually care about and the message of the song, it's not just about how do I sound good? That's important. But it's more about what can I do here so that it feels effortless, but it also gets the point of the song across. And you don't even have to do as much as I did for those 2 lines. You could do much less than that, right? And just create those small little moments on certain places that will stand out a lot more and almost surprise the listener, make them go, oh, she did that, interesting. And just that little bit of volume, just that little bit of change of resonance of where the sound comes from, just a little bit more breathy when you need it, singing softly, stuff like that. Okay, so I've developed a 3-month program for you guys to really enable you to find what's blocking you from letting that voice out. There's so many things that just stop us at step 2. Make the song easy. I say it like it's easy. It technically is easy, but we just don't know how. It's always been this mysterious journey in the past, right? Like, how do you sing easily? That's when I first heard that, I was mind blown. But singing looks easy because it is. And the reason why these professionals can sing and dance and high-five the audience and remember their lyrics and do all of that at the same time is because singing has become easy for them. And once singing is easy, then putting the emotion and the variety and all of that on top of it is not as hard. You actually have more brain space for that. Yeah, so that's the main thing that we focus on, how to make singing easy in this 3-month program. Okay, we take away the strain and the stress in your voice. We take away that extra push of air that you just give me. Ow, that already hurt me. Where does the strength of your voice come from? It's not from more airflow through your vocal cords that make them straight. Yeah, and so there's so many things. What are the fears holding you back? What are the thoughts of, oh, this person is going to think that person is going to think this? What are all these fears that come into? If I had access just to your voice without going through your mind, it would probably take like a week to settle your voice. But I mean, we have so many limiting thoughts about our voice with very good reason. I mean, all our lives people have had comments about how we sound and stuff. So It's about how do I get out of that? How do I get out of all these fears I have about singing so that I can just express myself authentically and love how I sound and feel free in singing what I sing? I'm going to put the link in my bio for you guys to book a call. And on that call, we'll just talk about you and your vocal journey. And I'm going to give you advice just moving forward and stuff with your voice. Maybe do a little assessment and things. And then if you're interested, I will tell you about the offer and the program and how amazingly you can just change your voice in 3 months. And you can just feel at home and feel free in singing again. Okay? So if you're interested in that, click the link in my bio. And until then, I am going to keep being more active on this space, I hope. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.